Good ball. That's going to travel a long way.
I just hope it doesn't travel into the woods. So you play here so often. Got your family into it? Because I know it's practically your bread and butter besides your work, golf.
I'm quite often on the golf course, but I haven't succeeded in getting my wife to come and play golf. Though she's often here, she teaches yoga to the golfers.
Oh, that's nice.
That's something.
These days, as they say, meditation is the new coach.
I think so, and she enjoys it. Like she hasn't been able to get me to do yoga, practice yoga, though she is a trained teacher, having learnt under somebody called BKS Iyengar.
Of course, in Pune.
In Pune. Similarly, I haven't been able to get her down to start playing golf.
Both have decided to keep your businesses separate from each
Absolutely.
other.
Isn't that a good arrangement?
Very good. But that brings me back to what is the bad economy these days. Yes. And I don't mean to be more pessimistic, but today we have a situation where we've got a general anti-avoidance rules story playing out, GAR.
Yes.
As we all learn every day, there are new terms that the markets grapple with. What do you think GAR has meant for a country like India? It's not yet implemented, but it's pretty much on the verge of it.
I think we are overplaying its danger or its potential.
Okay.
Every country, and certainly every developed country, has something similar to GAR. It isn't that we are the first ones to coin that term or have arrangements of that kind.
Yeah.
All that the GAR seeks to do is to ensure that only genuine investors
are coming into the country.
Come into the country, and they get the benefit of the taxation treaty which we might have with another country.
Nice shot.
Might make the green.
Lovely. That takes you to the green.
It does.
So you've been playing here for so many years. I'm sure you've had a chance to play with the course veterans, the pros. Who have you managed to play with, and who are your favorites?
We usually have our own 4 balls.
Yes, of course.
There may be different 4 balls for different days of the week. But amongst the professionals who've sort of played at this course or who get to play here, I played with Jyoti Randhava, Chaurasiya, Ashok Kumar.
Who in your in the bureaucracy or in policy making side are your favorite players as partners in the game?
I've been playing with quite a few of them over the years. One of my 4 balls consists of purely bureaucrats or ex-bureaucrats, a cabinet secretary by the name Surendra Singh, and that also includes another ex-cabinet secretary, B.K. Chaturvedi.
Of course, yeah.
And then a person called Ravi Veera Gupta, who was ex-secretary banking and deputy governor of the Reserve Bank.
Yeah.
We have usually played together on Sundays.
Sundays, okay. So I'm guessing the economy is a great subject of discussion even
Absolutely,
then.
absolutely. Roll up, it would.
It's a bit hard.
Yes.
The course is dry as well.
That's right.
Mr. Dua, as a bureaucrat, I'm sure you're closely following what happened with Mr. Kaushik Basu.
Yes.
In a country where the chief economic advisor is probably the authority who understands where the economy is today, he makes a comment about the state of the economy. He's almost politically reprimanded. The government's chief economic advisor cannot talk about the economy and lack of reforms for the next 2 years because it's politically unpalatable.
You're absolutely right about that there was a degree of embarrassment caused, embarrassment to Mr. Basu and embarrassment to the government.
Of course.
But the fact of the matter is the chief economic advisor treaded into a territory which wasn't entirely his.
Why would you say that?
He talked about the timing of political reforms. But leave that apart. I'm talking about the predictions of saying when would reforms actually start taking place and predicting that it will
or not start at all.
Yes, or saying that it would take place only in 2014 is something which was more like a political prediction, also not merely an economic one. I see a situation that no national party forming governments on their own for quite a while.
Of course.
The regional parties are going to be stronger by the day, and we've seen this in the last elections, the provincial elections also. And as things happen, between now and 2014, there are 7 more provincial elections to be held.
The point is that coalition is going to become a part of life in Indian
Absolutely.
political system, which will also mean that if regional parties get stronger, maybe the government at centre will often remain weak.
Absolutely.
Because we will always be governed by what are the peripherals.
Yeah, and that's what all federalism is about.
That might be the case, but that's not very good news for the economy. We're not going to take tough decisions then. Putter.
After a while, the regional parties would also realize that they can get elected only if they deliver, and if they are able to impact positively the economic welfare of the people they govern.
You imagine Mamata Banerjee doing that?
Certainly. For the time being, she might be under compulsions because she wants to prove a point. She's just come back to power. But let her get closer to the next round of elections unless she is able to deliver. Unless the people of Bengal think that they are benefiting from her being around. In material terms, there would certainly be issues of her getting re-elected. People need to have access to government, not necessarily the Prime Minister.